Hey everyone, it's Rob with Passport to the Parks, and I think I have like something flying around my head, a wasp or something. It was just buzzing in my ear. Sorry about that. Today is Thursday, April the 11th, I think it is, now that my brain is all out of whack because of a thing flying around my head. And I'm here at Disney's Caribbean Beach to check out the Disney Skyliner, one of my favorite things to do, obviously. Really cool stuff kind of happening today. It's been fairly dormant lately, but they have started running both lines finally here. Let me turn you around before they actually started just to start them both up again. Hollywood Studios has actually been running pretty consistent, but the Pop Century line, they've kind of just run out there and they let it sit dormant a lot of the times. And again, they'll let it sit there for overnight for a very long while, just to put a load on the system, just to get the everything to settle in, to make sure that everything's safe and on the up and up. Just all part of the process. But a lot of fun to watch. This is a really cool angle because you can see Hollywood Studios coming in, as well as the Pop Century and Art of Animation line. And if you see that gondola, it's pretty neat to watch as it comes into the station and it slows down. You get that rocking motion backwards. And then also when it takes off, it kind of has that same tilting motion as the momentum picks up. You'll watch this one as it comes out of the station. Right there, as it reattaches to the haul rope and it tries to pick up the speed. Get a little bit of a kick from it, so that's a lot of fun to watch as well. That's pretty cool. We got a cool view of the color gondolas coming in there. Beautiful blue or teal ones. The yellow one just came through. Another yellow one, kind of a mustard color. That's the brighter yellow right there, and then there's that mustard colored orangish yellow one that they have as well. But I love the colors. I mean, these are not just your typical run-of-the-mill colors. They have a very cool color palette from what we've seen so far, which is awesome. And of course, we haven't seen any of the actual wrapped gondolas, just the color plain versions, which are really, really pretty. But when Disney unveils the actual wrapped gondolas, that is going to be a ton of fun. You know what? Let me see. I'm not even paying attention to my comments here. Let me turn them on real quick. Whoa, I should have paid attention. There are a ton of comments. I'm sorry, guys. There's a ton of them here. Eventually Classy. I love the live streams. I appreciate the education. Do you think the gondola system will be open all at once, or some individual lines will be open before others? Well, that's the big looming question out there. Obviously, we've talked about this before. We've had, the announcement Disney made of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opening at the end of August. And, all along they've been saying that they're going to open the Skyliner in the fall, and that's still the official word from Disney. But, I mean, you walk around, you look at it, I come here every day and I look at the progress, and just from what I see and my own speculation, I couldn't imagine that they couldn't open at least the Hollywood section for Galaxy's Edge, maybe even the Pop Century line here. They haven't started any gondola movement on the Epcot side yet. They may run, the gondola over to the curve in the boardwalk parking lot every once in a while. But as far as a full testing, hasn't started up yet for the boardwalk side. So who knows? I mean, fingers crossed. Yeah, my personal opinion is I think they'll get portions of it open. Again, I always refer back to what it comes down to here at the Caribbean Beach. This is the central hub. So as the Caribbean Beach goes, everything else has got to go. So you have to be able to get people inside here, and if there's massive construction still going on, they most likely won't open it up, to the general public, unless they can get people through any other construction that they might be doing. So I think they're working really hard, from what I see, to get this Caribbean Beach side opened up. And if they can do that, they will definitely have a pretty good chance of getting things opened up here. So with that being said, I got a ton of other people coming on here. I'm sorry if I don't get to all of you to say hello. BTM Nation, Denise, welcome from Massachusetts, Uncle Bill MC, AJ Magic, Tim Mankey, Kara, Josh, always good to see you here. Joe from Kentucky. Obviously, you're from Kentucky, I bet. Zippity Doodad, great to have you here, my friend. Natalie, June, Ross, D. Wood, Melissa Gray, awesome to have you here. Felix. Let's see, we're at Disney World right now riding the monorail, resort hopping. Very, very cool. Awesome to hear that. I love the monorail. If there's anything that I love more than the Skyliner, it's the monorail. It's been here forever. Definitely part of the Disney transportation landscape. something you got to do when you come down here, and I truly believe that the Skyliner is going to be part of that magic as well. You know, when people start coming down here, it's going to be, got to ride the monorail, got to ride the Skyliner. So at least that's what I hope. It's just, it's a ton of fun to see. Allie, are there any cast members on them yet? You know, I personally haven't seen one physically being here. Now I know that some people have said that they've seen people getting on and off. I know that some people have seen like some orange vests getting on and off. You know, I'm assuming that definitely the Doppelmayr team has probably ridden Imagineers or whatnot. As far as cast members, I can't confirm or deny that because I haven't personally seen it, but I keep my eye out. I'll probably head over to Hollywood Studios maybe tomorrow and see, you know, if you see anybody getting on and off. I would imagine they would have to be, you know, running those kind of tests as of now. I don't see why they wouldn't be. So I do want to kind of take a minute to thank some people, because a lot of the stuff, actually Robbie, looks like are running full load cabins. By the way, the ride is doing a bit of galloping. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. Especially, you know, when they're coming in and all that, you can really see that they're hopping around here. So, and again, like I said, they're leaving the gondolas out on the line pretty much all night, and you know, just to keep that constant load on the line to have it all set in. But Robbie is definitely one of the guys that I want to thank. If you don't know, it's Robbie Von Roll. He has an awesome page. It's Von Roll VR101 Skyrides over on Facebook. Check him out. He is a wealth of information. I've learned so much. A lot of the information that I get, you know, I research and stuff, but Robbie is a huge factor in everything that I try to share with you guys, try to present to you guys. You know, Disney doesn't release a whole lot of information, obviously, so it's just kind of, you know, being here every day and learning from the guys who've been in the industry and just having a lot of fun with this. So I definitely want to thank him. Michael, you know who you are as well. He's a vote-in on here. If you've seen him, he's another really great guy. He's been in the industry, knows a lot of stuff. So just want to personally thank those guys for really contributing and giving me a lot of the information that I present here. Again, obviously, you know, I don't have anything official from Disney. All the stuff that we talk about here is just kind of speculation, a lot of the stuff that we learn. Again, guys that have been in the industry, technical stuff like that. So it's just a lot of fun to share information. Even when you guys put in the comments, you know, and you come up with information on your own, stuff that you may know or you may find out and stuff like that. It's just a lot of fun to share that back and forth. So that's kind of what we're all about here. Also want to thank, I don't know if he's on here or not. Actually, I got a super chat that came in. Matthew Kind, always kind of you to make a donation, $9.99 in a super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Where was I? Oh, Modeling Disney is another guy that I want to thank. And again, I'll put the links in the descriptions here in the videos. After the videos post, I throw their links in the descriptions. But he's really done some amazing job with the designs for like the t-shirts. And you saw the logo that I just put on Facebook last night. He designed that with the gondolas. Very cool, very talented guy. And he does a lot of blueprints and stuff for Disney rides. And you can check him out. He's got a page on SD that is very cool. So I'll put his link down there as well. And obviously Zippity Doodad, Melissa, Greg, thank you for being the moderators. Sorry, I'm kind of being like a commercial here, but I really do want to thank you guys, you know, for contributing. It really does help. And you know, just kind of want to share the love with you guys, and really appreciated. Got another super chat that came in. Let me see here real quick. Mike Scott, $8.99 super chat, just supporting these updates. Keep them coming. Thank you so much. Very appreciative of that. Josh, try to stay cool out there. I saw that Orlando is, the entire state of Florida is dealing with the summer-like heat. Yeah, I was just gonna say, today is pretty hot. I mean, you can see the sky is crystal blue, just the big puffy white clouds, and that sun is really beaten down. So, you know, we'll try to go as long as we can here, but it is pretty hot today. Got the hat on. Obviously, you want to protect yourself in the Florida sun always. Definitely check out Josh over on Facebook as well. He's got he does some pretty cool stuff with the weather. Future meteorologist there. Does a lot of stuff for Middle Tennessee. Very cool guy. I actually enjoy watching his Facebook Live stuff. Liam, yeah, we've been talking about Illuminations a little bit. Closing on September 30th, and then October 1st, the new Epcot Forever is going to start up. I finally looked into that a little bit, and I'm really excited about it now because you guys know how old school I am. It's really with Epcot, with Horizons and Food Rocks and Universe of Energy and all that. So they say that they're going to incorporate a lot of that old music from those attractions into Epcot Forever. So I'm going to be a huge fanboy of that show if that is the case, because I love all that music from back then. Horizons, even the older Spaceship Earth music that they used to use. Very, very, very cool stuff. Ooh, there's a big old fish jumping around in there. Got some big fish jumping in the lake today. Rational Pragmatist, $1 super chat. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Let me zoom in here real quick, because they are actually starting to put the roof on the bus stop over there. And again, this is pretty much my speculation. Nothing has been announced as far as if that is truly a bus stop, but I'm 99.9% sure that that is definitely going to be a bus stop, which is going to be much needed here because the people walking through like Barbados and over from Eau Port Royale, it's really kind of a long walk to get over here. So it'll be nice to have an internal bus route. Absolutely looks like a bus station. It's perfect placement for the bus station. So, you know, just normal deduction has to be a bus station. AJC Magic, one of your favorite resorts. Mine too. Seashell Tens, just joined live. Do you know if the Epcot line will open the same time as the Hollywood Studios lines? I don't know. You know, it's possible that they would open the Hollywood line and the Pop Century line maybe before Galaxy's Edge, and then wait to open Epcot until a little further, you know, until they get further with the Ratatouille ride and things like that. Or, you know, they may just open it all at once. I mean, it's very well possible if they start the testing over here on the Epcot side pretty quickly, which it looks like they should be starting soon. Then it's very possible that they could open it all together. You know, maybe they will wait to the fall. Maybe they want to open it all at once and they won't open it before Galaxy's Edge. But just, you know, all the little details. I always talk about the little details that I see. You know, they pull down little fences here, or they, you know, they're cleaning up shrubbery here, or they're doing landscaping here. The little details just kind of tells me that they're really pushing along to try to get this open. It's just, you know, again, I spend pretty much every day down here watching this, so it's just the stuff that I come up with, and just from what I view, you know, it just makes you think that they could definitely make it possible to get that open. So I'm going to keep walking and talking here. We'll try to make it around to the other side over into Jamaica. Got a ton of stuff coming in here. We saw a large turtle. Keith, we saw a large turtle there last year. Yeah, they got some huge turtles here too. They got a lot of the, I don't know what you call a land turtle, but we got them all by my house and everything. They're constantly walking across the road. I'm always stopping like in the middle of the road to pick up these giant tortoise turtle things that they have here. And you pick them up and you move them to the side of the road, and, you know, hopefully they'll be safe. But I've relocated so many giant turtles since I moved to Florida. My daughter loves it, of course. She's a huge animal advocate, so anytime I can help out with that passion of hers, then I'm all for it. Take a quick look at the Riviera while we're up here. John Smith, $20 super chat. Thank you for the donation. We're coming down for the Food and Wine Festival and made reservations for Pop based on your reports. Maybe you'll join us for a beer. I would love that. I always love hearing when people actually make a decision based on the stuff that they see in my videos and all that. That really, really makes me feel good. Thank you so much for the donation too, my friend. Definitely email me, a day or two before you get down here. We'll try to make some plans, match up schedules. It's Rob at passporttotheparks.com. Hey, Greg, welcome, my friend. Let's see here. Greg, late coming in. That's okay. Always good to have you here, though. Just trying to jump back through some comments here, see if any. Liam, another rumor, Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway opening pushed till 2020. Yeah, I saw, some things about that as well. Again, I don't jump on a lot of that stuff. I kind of wait till, other people get out there and they throw that kind of stuff around. Then, I see what sticks and what doesn't, and then if I talk about it, I don't like to talk about a lot of stuff that I'm not totally familiar with. So when I find out definite information about it, we share it. But I love when you guys bring in that kind of stuff in here and we kind of chat about it. Let me zoom in a little bit on the Riviera. This is going to be pretty awesome, I think, when it does open. And this is supposed to open towards the end of the year in December. See, Ross, what building at Pop is closest to the main building of the Skyliner? I looked at the building numbers in one of my videos, and I can't remember the exact number, but the 60s would be the closest. It's right in the center. The 60s pretty much leads right into the Generation Gap Bridge. So if you stay anywhere in the 60s, you're just within a few feet walking distance. Really anywhere in Pop Century, it's not that far. Maybe the 50s will probably be the furthest to walk down there, but it's not that far of a walk. At least I don't think so. Of course, some of the Disney buses. Eventually, these buses, we assume, will roll right into the station over there. As this truck passes, I'll zoom in again so we can. Again, that pretty much just has to be a bus station. I can't imagine that they're going to sell T-shirts there. So, bus station it is. Although they may sell T-shirts there, who knows? Speaking of T-shirts, definitely go check out my T-shirts. Again, Modeling Disney made some awesome Passport to the Parks T-shirts. You guys know how much I love the gondolas here, the Skyliner, so kind of incorporated a little bit of that gondola feel into it. Got my shirts personally ordered, so can't wait for them to get here so I can start wearing them, so you guys can check them out. This will be nice at some point. We'll be able to cross right here, just like we crossed over from Trinidad. Little crosswalk will eventually be right here, and you'll be able to walk right down into the to the Skyliner, or the open air market is really what this is destined to be. There's another walkway down there as well. Greg, the shirts are amazing. I totally agree. I was totally floored. Plus, he's working on another one that is really cool. I can't wait till he gets that done so I can share it with you guys. Very talented guy, so please check him out as well if you love, especially like old school Disney. He does like blueprints of like Peter Pan and Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, the castle, the Haunted Mansion. Definitely something you're not gonna find in any mainstream Disney outlet anywhere. Very original stuff. Here we go, gotta make our way twisting around through Jamaica here. If you guys have seen these videos before, you know the drill. These are all the 4100s through here. Becky, staying at Caribbean Beach in August for our first visit to Walt Disney World. Look forward to watching more updates. Very, very cool. I love first visits. There's nothing more entertaining as a Disney fan than to watch somebody come here for the first time and see like the joy and the excitement on their face and kind of experience what it was like for your first time, you know, through somebody else having their first time. So very, very cool experience. I hope you have a wonderful time. Scott, don't bring any pins to visit Baymax. He doesn't like to be poked. Yeah, I can't imagine that he does well with pins or safety pins of any sort. Of course, they got the lookout tower is almost done on the top as well. See, DBC 2013 Kevin and Teresa, my shirt won't be shipping until Monday. Can't wait, Skyliner Tahiti Blue. That is so awesome that you got one coming. Please, again, if you guys do get the shirts, you get any kind of merchandise, send me a picture of it. So I can, if you don't mind, I'd love to share it like on, you know, Facebook and stuff like that. You know, you and the shirt and all that, just, you know, just, well, thank you, number one, for getting it, and just, you know, to show people how cool it actually is. When I get mine, I'm definitely going to post some pictures. So if you guys want to share pictures when you get the shirts or whatever, very, very cool stuff. I'd love to see them. Love to share them. You guys know I love this being a community. So another great shot over here of the Hollywood Studios line. You can see all those gondolas still in the yard. Those are the gondolas that'll be used over here on the Epcot side. There's a cool Captain Marvel bus going by. So the far side, so this side over here is the Pop and the Hollywood line, or the storage, and then over on the right side here is the Epcot storage and the Riviera. Again, the top of the roof going on that potential bus stop there. Janet Payne, weather looks great. Been to Disney 14 times since '92. Very, very awesome. So you were here in the heyday as well, during the 90s. I loved it here during the 90s. It was my favorite time to be here at Disney. Can't wait to see the gondolas going overhead here. Just look at that sky. Just, I cannot wait for these character gondolas, the colors, when they're all finally unwrapped and they're just gonna be gliding overhead. It's gonna be gorgeous over the palm trees. It's gonna be truly stunning. Greg, we were there 2 weeks ago, not planning on returning until 2021 for the 50th anniversary. There's going to be a ton of people coming down here for that. 50th anniversary is going to be a huge, huge blast, a lot of fun. Fingers crossed we'll all get through Galaxy's Edge. You know, we'll see how that goes. But the 50th anniversary is going to be massive. And, you know, we'll probably get a lot of stuff announced. I have my own theories, you know, kind of stuff that's going to happen. We've talked about it before. Talked about it with some, you know, some friends on here. Potential things that could come out of D23. Obviously, the fifth gate always gets talked about. You know, Heroes, Villains Park or whatever, the 21st Century Fox merger. You know, what kind of entities could they bring in to possibly open up a fifth gate? Any kind of expansion of the Skyliner itself would be amazing. Really think that the Magic Kingdom could be a huge, huge factor in the future with the Skyliner. You know, some massive systems out there that can haul a lot of people. Magic Kingdom is, by far the busiest park. So very, very potential that they could have something going in and out of there. We'll see. D23 should definitely have a lot of new adventures for us to talk about. And again, nothing is official. It's just kind of a speculative thing. Take my word for it or don't. Here's the Jamaica pool. See if we can make our way around the inside of the building here. Try to get over through Aruba. Idea as well. We talk about the, let's see, where do I want to go here? Trying to find the best way through. Let's go through the courtyard. You can see all the flowers are starting to bloom, a lot of the greenery. Oh, I was talking about something, I'm sorry. Somebody came up with the fifth gate, possible fifth gate. Could that be part of the a Skyliner expansion in the future as well? So that would be cool to hear. D23, we're announcing a new fifth gate. We're announcing Skyliner expansions. We're announcing the new, would be Mark 8 monorail may be coming. I doubt if they'll do any expansion of the monorail, but having new monorails will be pretty exciting as well. So you can see this was all tore up at one point here. They did a lot of drain replacements, a lot of sprinkler replacements. You can actually see some of the new drainage that they put through here. All new sprinkler heads, all that stuff. But now it's all put back together, and they've moved down to Aruba. Everybody was all excited about this because they changed the gondola pictures here to add the more updated versions with the Guardians of the Galaxy and R2-D2, C-3PO. The Guardians of the Galaxy one that I actually saw through one of the white tarps was Yondu, guy with the the orange or red mohawk. And that was pretty sweet. So here's the Caribbean Key. That's the bridge over to Old Port Royal to the other side. Hey, look at this. This was totally bare at one point. We had talked about this, if they were ever going to put any landscaping around this tower. And they finally did. Very, very cool. Still no paint on the towers, and we've talked about that because, actually, hold on guys, I got more super chats coming in. I apologize that I didn't see these. Susan, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Zippity Doodad, thank you my friend. I'll be posting a resort review of all the All-Stars this weekend and the newly refurbished rooms. They look just like Pop. Can't wait for a shirt. Absolutely. Definitely check that stuff out. Thank you so much for the super chats, the donations. Thank you very, very much. But again, we talked about if they do indeed possibly paint these towers, it wouldn't be till the very end because again, they have to do all the stress testing. They'll x-ray the towers. They'll look for cracks, any sort of distress in the towers. and they wouldn't want to put paint on those prior to doing any of that. So hello.
You okay?
How are you?
Are you the YouTube guy?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, I'm live right now. Do you guys mind being on camera? Or?
Yeah, we'll be on
You
camera.
okay, there you go. How are you guys?
All right.
Where are you guys from?
England.
England, wow.
Yeah,
Hello. I'm Rob.
Hi.
Okay, Rob.
Watching your posts.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Just going through looking at the Skyliner stuff today.
Yeah, it's looking good, isn't
Yeah,
it?
they actually just put landscaping around here. We were just talking about this, so.
Yeah, we're stopping over that side there, so
Yeah.
watching putting the landscape down.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
You guys having a good time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
You finally got great weather. This is perfect. It's a little too hot for me actually, but
Yeah.
Good
Going
stuff.
to cool off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have a great trip.
Yeah.
Yourself,
I
thank
appreciate you
very much.
watching. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. All right, guys, so there's the paint theory, but we do definitely have some awesome landscaping here. This is positive because Disney is definitely taking these things into consideration. They want it to look great as well as be an awesome mode of transportation. So again, the little details. Every little detail we see leads us closer to, you know, getting this thing running, getting this thing started. You know, even a potential early opening would be awesome. It's all in the little details. So like I said, everything that we saw a few months ago in Jamaica is now occurring over in Aruba. So unfortunately, it's just something I have to deal with for, you know, a month or two till they get everything done. And again, you can see they're just replacing a lot of the sprinkler lines, probably some electrical stuff down through there. And they're really doing a lot of work through here. Got the excavator back there and everything. Everything is fenced off though, so you know you don't have to worry about any kind of safety hazards or anything. This is all safe through going through here. Just stay on the walkways and everything will be good. Beautiful, beautiful view across the way there. Hey Robbie, Von Roll, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate the super chat. Trying to get you a shirt or hat from Doppelmayr for all the great reporting that you do. My friend works for Doppelmayr. My friend that works for Doppelmayr says thank you. That is awesome. That makes me feel incredible. That is very, very cool that the guys from Doppelmayr actually watch and they appreciate this. So, you know, I love them. You know how amazed I am. Hey, how are you? I'm amazed at all the amazing work that they do. I can't give enough props to everybody who works here on the Skyliner, cast members, construction, Doppelmayr especially. You know, you've made an incredible system here. Really, really beautiful. So I would love a Doppelmayr shirt. That would be incredible. Looks like some shrubbery around this tower as well. Beautiful views. So the Riviera station actually looks like they have a gondola in there. I'm not sure how many gondolas are inside the station, but that's promising as well. Well, that kind of made my day, Robbie, with the Doppelmayr thing. That's pretty awesome. Really try to present good information. Obviously, you're a big help with that, my friend. You know, trying to get information out, just have a lot of fun. Robert Werner, thank you for the super chat, $2 super chat. Always appreciate the donations, guys. I really, really do. From the bottom of my heart, I do. Hey, Nemo with Glasses, really appreciate you. Individual take on vlogging. Hope they do a phase 2 so you can keep it up. I do too. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to always be the Skyliner in the future. You know, I've actually had a lot of fun reporting everything about the Skyliner. I love it. I've learned a lot along the way. I didn't know anything about it. And then after, you know, talking to, you know, a lot of the folks that I met through here, through the vlogging and stuff, Robbie, Michael, you know, all your great comments and stuff. I've learned so much about the Skyliner along the way, so. You can't really get any information through Disney, so it's just kind of stuff we got to come up with on our own, but I think it's more fun that way. Anytime that we can educate ourselves, I think it's always a bonus. Hello. Have a good day. All right, one of my favorite little spots over here to come check out the Riviera. I really got to start learning to bring a water bottle with me. Especially as the Florida weather is starting to definitely get a little hotter. Look at this. This is really, really taking shape now. Even just the, you know, the area in the front, they're starting to, you know, really turn up the earth now so they can start getting that pretty landscaping and everything going here soon. There's that one gondola sitting right in there. That's probably the one that they send over to the boardwalk, to the turnstile there. Hey, Matthew. Always good to have you here. Fane Casey, Coronado Springs, August 22nd. That is coming very fast, my friend. Can't wait for you to get down here so I can finally meet you. Ron, am I still alive? I think I am. Like I said, I'm telling you, walking through the sun, you really don't realize, you know, as you walk through the sun, you're like, it's not that bad. And then when you do it for a while and you start to, you know, sweat and that sun starts coming down on you, you kind of start thinking, you start to feel it. It ain't no joke, I'll tell you that. Definitely protect yourself when you're down here. Drink a lot of water, which, you know, I'm not a good advocate of doing because I don't bring a water bottle with me, but I love to drink water. But definitely wear a hat. Keep yourself out of the sun as much as possible because the Florida sun is very deceiving. You know, you don't think it's as terrible as it is, and then 20 minutes later, bam, it's, you know, you're sunburned and you're dehydrated. Hey, Tyler the Imagineer, always good to have you here. David, it does look great, the station here. This is definitely a pretty station. I love all the iron, I guess you'd call that lattice work, or just the iron decorating on the caps here. I love the shingling. It just really, really fits into what the Riviera is going to look like in the end. Just a very, very pretty station. It's kind of that quaint feeling that you get. Something that I think you would see over in like the French Quarter or something like that as well. Riviera, I think, is going to be a really pretty resort. The pool area is supposed to be amazing when it's done. I'm really most excited about that. Again, more rooftop restaurants. The rooms are supposed to be really, really great, apartment style rooms. So cannot wait to check that out as well. Tyler the Imagineer. Everybody go check out Tyler's channel. I post daily some Disney videos. Definitely go check out Tyler's channel. He's on here all the time. Really seems like a pretty cool cat, so definitely check him out. Just trying to read some comments here before I start walking along. Anthony, yeah, definitely wait till right before you come to email me. It's always the best to try to set something up. Foxfire Pony, good to see you. Great shot of the Riviera, absolutely. This is like the perfect spot to watch it up here. And again, this is all, this is all accessible. I don't do anything behind the scenes. Obviously, we can see over the fence, but this is all guest accessible. This is just, the back of the Aruba resort. Just walk up some stairs, and you have these amazing views. Just have to be a little creative sometimes. But again, I don't do anything. I don't go behind fences. I don't sneak information, from unreliable resources, and I don't like doing that kind of stuff. I don't want that kind of stuff. I just want to research this stuff and really come up with great quality information that we can share. So there's other channels out there that do that kind of crazy stuff. I'm not an advocate of that. All right, let me grab a picture or two before I go. And we'll start walking back. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They even have the lamp posts lit up. Were those lit up when we first got here, or did they just light these up? I actually didn't pay attention. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. But that looks really, really great. All these lamp posts now are lit up. I don't think those were lit when I first walked up here. So you can see just how pretty this is going to be. Very, very quaint again. Coming right into the to the beautifully lit lamp posts. Kind of like that old, that French Riviera that you would come into, just a Sunday stroll into a really, really, pretty park-like setting. Maybe you're jumping on, the train station. You're going to take a cross-country trip on the train, and this is the local train station. And you get in there, but this train, kind of floats through the air, and it's much, much cooler, and it has very, very cool Disney characters on it. Shannon Huston, we love you just the way you are, Rob. Thank you very, very much. I love you guys too. One Mave, hopefully I said that right. Is this the turn to Epcot? This is the station at the Disney's Riviera Resort. You can see the resort in the background. It's all under construction. It's supposed to open up in December. So basically we come from the Caribbean Beach station, which is down in this direction. You enter into the Riviera station right here. You can exit here. You can enter here. You can go either direction. Once if you want to head back towards Caribbean, you can do that. If you jump on here, you can jump off here, or you can continue on over to Epcot. So you would head out in this direction, and this takes you down Buena Vista Drive. Let me see how far down we can see. It's kind of hard to see at this angle. But this takes you down towards the boardwalk parking lot, where there's another 90-degree turn. And we saw that a few weeks ago. I got the gondola and the turnstile there. And then that 90-degree turn takes you into the International Gateway. So you can see the tower through the palm trees. And that actually goes down Buena Vista Drive. This is one of the higher points. Probably the highest point is when you go down Buena Vista. Hey, Joe. Good to see you, my friend. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you so much for the super chat. $20 super chat. Always appreciated. Love the donations. Thank you very, very much, Joe. Great to see you back. Michael, very nice. I think I'm liking this station the most. Yeah, this one is really growing on me. Pop Century is pretty cool, but this station, I think, this is probably the most elegant looking of all the stations. International Gateway, I think, is going to be really pretty too. But this this has that same feel, that same really rich textures. It really fits into the theming here. The shingles on the roof, everything just is perfect right where it is, and it's just a really pretty station to look at. I love how cool you guys are in the comments as well. When somebody steps up and they make a donation, everybody jumps in and thanks them too. That's really appreciated. That's why I love this little community we got going on here, because I really respect everybody on here. I love the fact that you guys just want to come and hang out with me. I mean, that's cool enough as it is. But anybody who steps up and makes a donation or buys a t-shirt, I mean, that is very cool. I mean, you guys obviously don't have to do that at all. It's so appreciated. It really makes me feel good, and so just really appreciate all you guys being here. You guys know that. Disney Nerd Herders, awesome to have you here. Welcome. You guys have been doing some pretty cool live stuff yourself. Check out the Disney Nerd Herders. A lot of fun stuff happening over there as well. I love that it's possible for anybody just to, start doing what they love. Find something you love, and you can just start sharing it with the world. If it's with 5 people or if it's with, 5,000 people, it's just a lot of fun to do. All right, we're going to start walking back in the opposite direction here. It's getting closer to the time where I got to go pick up my daughter. You guys know I pick her up from school every day, so I'm usually out of here by like 2:30. I love you guys. I love Disney. I love the Skyliner, but I love my daughter much more. So she's got to come first. But I think you guys can respect that. Peso Music, welcome. This is a great resort. A lot of people love this resort, and it's obvious because it's very pretty. It's a lot of fun. Really puts you into that island mood when you get here. They do a great job with the theming. Definitely one of my favorite pools. So here's the Aruba pool. You can see that the Skyliner will actually go right over the rooftops here, right over the pools, over the Jamaica pool and over the Aruba pool. So we'll see how that affects the people who are laying out by the pool. We'll have people flying overhead, and again the people in the pool. It'd be really cool, I think, when you're swimming in the pool though, to see these really cool gondolas. I mean, just kind of chilling out in the pool. You're laying there and you're saying, what character is going to come next. You can even make a game out of it. I think it's going to be, Pirates of the Caribbean, or I think it's going to be Donald Duck, or Clarabelle Cow, Scrooge McDuck. I'm saying these because I've actually seen these under the tarps, and I'm so excited to see them. I really honestly thought it was just going to be, Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and Minnie Mouse and very basic, but from what I've seen, from what you can see under the tarps so far, Disney is not held back with how cool they are going to make these gondolas and the characters. When I saw that Pirates of the Caribbean one, man, it was very cool. Again, one of the best things about Disney resorts is the reflections, the gorgeous reflections that you get in the water. So you can see right here, this is going to be that whole outdoor, the pool area that's supposed to be really, really pretty. It's going to be almost kind of like a lagoon setting back here. So excited to see that. Melissa, hopefully I answered that question. What are some of the wraps that I've seen through the covers? Those are the ones I've personally seen. I think those are the ones that I've really seen. Obviously, I've seen Mickey and Minnie, Donald Duck, Chip and Dale. Those are some of the basic ones, but the coolest ones were the Pirates of the Caribbean. It was actually a skeleton holding, holding a sword, like he had his arm over, coming out the window like he was hanging on, and he had the sword. Then Scrooge McDuck. I love Scrooge McDuck. Clarabelle Cow, which I thought was very, very cool. I mean, that is really old school going Clarabelle Cow. So that just tells you, I mean, they're going to really, really do some cool stuff. I mean, how awesome would it be if they, they pull out a flowers and trees, or, they pull out something Fantasia, or even like a Paul Bunyan or a Pecos Bill or Johnny Appleseed. Or Ben and Me. Did you guys ever see Ben and Me? Cartoon short with Ben Franklin and the little mouse Amos, who helps write the Declaration of Independence. One of my favorite Disney shorts of all time.
Oh, was Epcot? Yeah.
But I think I would flip if I saw a Ben Franklin and Amos mouse on one of the gondolas. I'll let the cart pass behind me here. Matt, Goofy is the best. Hey, I love some Goofy too, trust me. I actually draw a pretty mean Goofy. Anytime I'm in a restaurant and you get the crayons, like my daughter will get the crayons for the coloring books and all that, I'm always drawing Goofy. That's my guy. Some great picture spots on the bridge here. Peso Music, see, you forgot about Ben and Me. Gotta definitely go back and watch that again. It's brilliant. I mean, he comes back with this agreement that he wants Ben Franklin to sign because he's so upset with how Ben has been treating him. And it's actually the Declaration of Independence that Amos Mouse wrote. I mean, you guys, if you haven't seen it, I won't give too much of it away, but I love it. That's really, that great old school Disney. That's the stuff that I really grew up with. Not that I grew up in like the 40s when that stuff came out, but it was just, a lot of the Disney cartoons that they would show when I was a kid was a lot of that stuff. Peach here, when Ben invented the Franklin stove and Ben and Me in the room filled with smoke, there you go. He's like, Amos, what'll I do with all this smoke? Build something out of iron and run a pipe to the window. And he invented the bifocals, and Ben Franklin is kind of made out just to be this bumbling fool, and Amos Mouse is, making all these awesome inventions. Give him something that'll wake him up. Call it the Gazette. The Pennsylvania Gazette. All right, you guys know what I'm watching when I'm getting home. I recommend you guys try to do the same. Look it up on YouTube or whatever. I'm sure you can find it out there. I actually own it. I own my whole movie collection. I have like all of the old Disney movies. I have like all the old, multiple copies of the old VHS, you know, the classic collections, all this stuff, all the old movies from the 70s, you know, Hot Lead, Cold Feet, the Apple Dumpling Gang, Snowball Express, Cat from Outer Space, all those great movies from the 60s and 70s. Of course, here's the gorgeous pool. I'm not going to go too far to the left here because, like I said, I got to start heading back to pick up my daughter, but we'll at least walk through Old Port Royal here by the pool, and then we'll head through Barbados to get back towards Trinidad. Call it the Franklin Stove. Samara, do I have the sing-alongs? Yeah, I have some of the sing-alongs too. Yeah, Disney used to put out these awesome sing-alongs with all the music. They would just have like the little music videos from each of the old Disney cartoons. It's classic stuff. I loved all that stuff. Look at, you can see little those little clam shells, or no, those can't be. This is fresh water. I couldn't imagine that they would have oysters or clams that would live here, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know my aquatic life very well. Interesting though. They're all along here, whatever they are. Samara, now it's all about the merch, yeah. Well, I can't really knock that either because, I mean, merch is a big thing too. You know, I love Disney merch. I mean, I'll be the first to admit that my office is just wall to wall. I'm just exploding with stuff that I've collected through the years. But you look back at like Star Wars and even like through the 80s and stuff, I grew up with Transformers and G.I. Joe and, you know, He-Man, Thundercats and all that. And of course I had all that stuff, and if it wasn't really for the toys, I don't think you would make that connection. So I think part of Disney not only is the animation and watching the movies, but it's that connection. That's why Walt was so much of a genius. I mean, he was so ahead of his time. I mean, just back, you know, when he started doing merchandising for Mickey Mouse, he was the first to ever do that kind of stuff. And it was brilliant because he knew that he needed to make a connection between what he was doing on film to the audience that was watching it. So what better way, if you watch a Mickey Mouse cartoon, you know, to go home and to sit there and snuggle with your Mickey Mouse stuffed animal. And then of course making the parks where you can actually come here and you can physically, hello, good, how are you? You know, you can physically get on Peter Pan, you can physically get on Snow White or Mr. Toad, and you can physically see the castle where, you know, Sleeping Beauty was, or Cinderella. It's beautiful. I mean, I'm definitely a victim of that because I invest a ton of time and money into all of that great stuff. I don't know, I just get off on these weird tangents, I guess, about as I'm walking and talking here. Jose, have you ever thought of getting a Osmo mobile? Yeah, for for the Steadicam for my camera. I actually have a DSLR that I use because I take a lot of pictures as well. So, you know, I can go out and get a $100 one for you know, my phone if I needed it. But I'm actually kind of saving up for, they're a lot more expensive. I need one that'll actually fit my DSLR because I have a rig that's on top of my DSLR for my phone, and it's all this one kind of big unit here with the microphone and all that stuff. So those are a little more expensive than the you know, the ones that you see guys running around with, just the little phone ones. I mean, worst case scenario, I could probably grab one for the phone, but I know it gets a little bouncy sometimes, especially After I've been walking for a little while, my arm gets a little tired, so I do apologize for that. But I try to keep it as steady as I can. But it does help. Trust me, you guys make these donations and everything, and trust me, I'm putting stuff away to try to improve the channel, try to invest in some stuff to make it definitely a lot better along the way. So always appreciated. Andy, welcome from sunny England, 18 days and counting. Very cool. Just met a family from England a little while ago. We were chatting here on the camera. They love watching the videos, so I appreciate you watching. Got a lot of people from the UK that watch. Even have somebody that comes on from Tokyo every once in a while and watches, which is absolutely amazing. So this is Barbados through here. There's the pool for Barbados. This used to be Trinidad North. But it's cool that they brought back Barbados since they tore Barbados down to make the Riviera. It was nice to see them bring it back. And now Trinidad South, which was across the bridge, is now just Trinidad. See, Melissa, I've noticed a huge improvement in the sound quality since you first started watching. I find your camera super steady. Well, I appreciate that. I know it bounces around. I mean, obviously you can see, you know, I can bounce it around here a little bit, and it does, but it does help being mounted on top of the DSLR as I carry it. But I know, I watch the videos too, and it does get a little bouncy every once in a while, but that's definitely next on the list of items. I do have a really awesome microphone now. You can see it when I turn the camera around. It's got the, you know, the nice windsock and everything on it, because that was a lot of complaints that I would get originally. Sorry, I'm kind of huffing going uphill now. I walked around this whole resort in the hot sun. See if I can cross over here. And nobody's gonna stop for me. Awesome. All right, here we go. Yeah, so I was able to eliminate the wind noise. You know, as you walk around, you get a lot of wind, obviously, a lot of breeze. So we took care of that problem. Next one will be the Steadicam. Trust me, once I hook that thing up, you think security likes to stop and ask me questions now. They're really gonna love that. But it's not a selfie stick. You know, they're all over the place. It's just a bar basically that steadies your camera as you walk along. It's just a handheld device. All right. Katie, going to Disney at the end of October. I know Galaxy's Edge will be crazy, but do you think the rest of the parks will be crazy packed as well? I think Galaxy's Edge will take a lot of the quote-unquote edge off of the other parks, but it won't be for long. It's going to be, you know, it's just a busy time anyways. The August is probably one of the busiest months to be at Disney. It's really hot, so you know there's going to be a lot of humidity, a lot of heat, a ton of people. So you know, take it as you will. You know, tons of people, tons of heat. You know, what does that equal? The other parks I think will be a good spot to go. You know, you head over to like the Magic Kingdom is always going to be busy, but you know, Epcot, you might get a little taken off of the Food and Wine Festival to go into Galaxy's Edge. But you know, Galaxy's Edge will kind of be running for a little while, and then the Food and Wine Festival will kick in. So, you know, Disney's got a plan. They know what they're doing. They know about traffic flow. They know about crowd levels and stuff like that. So, you know, they're going to figure it out. They're obviously doing all of this stuff to make the crowd experience better. I mean, they have to know, they have to see what's going on, and I'm sure they listen to, you know, to people as they say what their complaints are or whatnot. So they're obviously doing things. They're making things bigger. You know, they've expanded parking lots. They're adding the Skyliner for transportation because there's going to be so many more people. They've obviously taken steps with the strollers. They're trying to limit the size of some of these strollers because there is going to be more people in the park. So, they're trying to keep the sizes of those strollers and the wagons and stuff condensed so as not to take up that much more space. So it's, again, I always say this, it's always in the little details. Pay attention to the little details, and they kind of lead you in the direction that Disney may be going in, or what you might see coming up in the near future or the far future or whatnot. Hopefully I answered that question. I don't even know if I did or not, but hopefully I did. Tim, have you heard anything on how they're going to manage the crowds for Galaxy's Edge when it opens? Is there going to be a reservation like Disneyland? No, I don't believe Disneyland is the only one that has the reservations. There are going to be no fast passes available for Smuggler's Run until later on in the year. So it's going to be, first come, first serve. You get there, you stand in the line. If it's, 6-hour line, it's a 6-hour line for everybody. The fast passes would just be a nightmare at first. I think they know that, to try to get those people in as well as the giant crowds will just be too overwhelming on the system. So they're going to let everybody funnel through at the same pace, get the massive crowds through, and then they'll start doing fast passes, get that Rise of the Resistance ride open hopefully towards the end of the year, alleviate some of the Smuggler's Run. But yeah, they're definitely going to take into consideration, managing these crowd levels. I don't know if they're going to let, large groups in and then shut it down. With Toy Story, they were actually letting people in groups. They'd let so many in, then let so many out, let so many in, let so many out. So that was sort of a test, but Galaxy's Edge is going to be so much bigger than that. Robbie, already Universal and Six Flags are looking at the Skyliner. Really? It will be interesting in the next 5 to 10 years to see what develops. All started with the Skyway and Von Roll. Yes, it did. Again, Von Roll, I love telling this story. Von Roll designed and built the original Skyways at Disneyland and at Disney World. They were bought out in the 90s, I believe, by Doppelmayr. So they're kind of integrated now. So Von Roll really started this whole industry, putting these gondola type vehicles in the parks, kind of the nostalgia and all that. And now Doppelmayr is obviously taking it to the next level. And very cool to hear. Universal and Six Flags going to be looking at the Skyliner as well. This seems to be the future. It's the way to do it. It's cool. It's fun. You can pretty much go anywhere with it. Hello. How are you? Very good. So Disney's already ahead of the game. They knew what they were doing. They've obviously brought in the best company in the world to take care of this. It looks amazing. They jumped the gun on everybody, and now everybody's kind of looking at this and saying, hey, this probably looks pretty cool. We want to put this in our park as well. So very cool information. Thank you for sharing that. Michael, the pop line, yeah, it's really moving. It's kicking along pretty good now. Let me zoom in on that. If you missed it right in the very beginning, I was on the other side there, and you can actually see both lines running together, Hollywood and Pop and Art together. But it's zipping along pretty good. Sorry, in the middle, do you know when the Skyliner will be running for guests? No, it's just, Disney still officially says the fall, just kind of speculation at this point. From what I see, it's possible that they could have it open before Galaxy's Edge, at least maybe the Hollywood Studios side, maybe the Pop Century side here. Again, I've said this many times, it all depends on this station right here. It all depends on Caribbean Beach, how far they can get this. This is the central hub, so if you can get people in and out of here safely, then you'll be able to open the system. The exterior stations, Hollywood Studios shouldn't be a problem. The Pop Century station shouldn't be a problem. International Gateway still has a little ways to go. So, but as far as opening at least the Hollywood Studios line, it really depends on what they do here. So fingers crossed. I'd love to see it open prior to Galaxy's Edge, but as of right now, we still have to say the fall because that's what Disney is saying. But again, look at the little details, like I always say, and that could definitely lead us in a different direction. Okay, everybody. So there you have it. It's time for me to go pick up my daughter from school. Always love sharing this with you guys. I appreciate you being here. Had great conversations today. Beautiful day, even though it was a little hot. That sun's coming down. Perfect Florida day. I hope you guys enjoyed that. definitely visit passporttotheparks.com. See all the great information there. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you haven't subscribed here, please do so. You can follow all the great videos that I put up here, the live streams. Pretty much trying to do this as much as possible during the week. And definitely following the Skyliner. Love this. You guys know how much I love it. I love sharing it with you guys. Just trying to come up with whatever information we can to share. I appreciate all your input. I love the input that you guys give. Again, Disney really doesn't release anything officially, so it's just kind of stuff that we, pick together and stuff we learn. And again, great guys from the industry, Robbie, Michael, you guys have been there, done that. So appreciate talking to you guys as always. Guess with that being said, you can see this is my little furry microphone too. That made the wind improvement. We were talking about that earlier. So again, thank you guys. We'll be back, probably be back tomorrow. Don't see a reason why we wouldn't. Until then, you guys take care. We'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.